I can't believe I spent this much on a foundation. My yay is different to your yay. Dripping the sauce, the drip, drip is so saucy. Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Yuki, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. A one, a two, a one, two, go. Welcome back, welcome back. Ooh, what was that? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, yeah. Welcome to another edition of You Tried It, where I, Yuki, tries out different products for you guys. I give you the lowdown, the tea, the horchata, the eggnog. Oh, that was very, very appropriate for the season. Don't mind me. I give you the tea on these products, and today I'm going to be trying out the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. If you're wondering why this looks familiar, I did a video where I purchased makeup from Instagram ads, and this was one of the ads that I got. So I decided to just double it up and do a wear test with this foundation. I've never used it before. This will be my first time. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Luminous Silk Foundation. You get 30 mLs or 1 fluid ounce of product in here. I actually went ahead and bought mine from Sephora because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the correct shade. So I swatched shade 11 and it came up to gray. Like, it was very neutral, came up way too gray on me once it dried down. And funny enough, the Sephora employee was trying to convince me that it was a perfect match when, like, I knew what's up. Like, yo, my yay is different to your yay. Dripping the sauce, the drip drip is so saucy. I decided to choose shade 10, which has more warm undertones in it. I do have golden undertones, and shade 10 has like more reddish, pinkish, I believe, undertones than shade 11. It's kind of hard to find the descriptions for all of the shades online. On the Sephora website, it says it's a lightweight liquid foundation that delivers buildable coverage and a long-lasting, hydrating glow with a luminous natural finish. Given the current weather, I don't really want to use anything matte. There are 30 shades, I believe. I don't really do bougie product. Okay, no. I have a few bougie makeup products, but I don't have anything as bougie as, you know, an Armani, a Chanel, a Prada. Prada doesn't do makeup, do they? So I don't have any like super duper high end stuff except for my Lancome Teint Idole 24-hour Ultra Foundation, which I love. It was $64, 64. I can't believe I spent this much on a foundation. Actually, my Lancome is actually pretty expensive too, but I believe it's cheaper than this. It should be cheaper than this. Let me just double check. Yeah, Lancome Teint Idole is $47 compared to this Giorgio Armani that's $64. All I have on my face right now is some moisturizer, no primer, and some brow product. Get it? I want to blend out one side with a brush and the other side with the sponge. Okay, I'm going to start off with 3. It does say lightweight, so that tells me it's probably not going to be the amount of coverage that I'm used to. Oh, interesting smell. Probably didn't need all 3 pumps for this one side of my face. I will say the smell is pretty perfumey so far, and the shade match is not bad. Not bad at all. The finish looks pretty nice. I do not color correct, but I've been considering going back to color correcting because I do feel like every now and then the darkness, especially around my mouth, kind of peeks through a little bit. And I'm going to switch over to this Juno & Co sponge. I thought this was going to feel fuzzy on my face, but it doesn't, so thank goodness. Okay, this sponge is pretty dense. The foundation is perfumey, which I'm not a fan of. It's not enough to make me feel sick or have a headache, but it's enough to be very noticeable that I'm almost like a little annoyed by it. The foundation blends out beautifully. And I'm noticing with this sponge, I don't need as much product. I probably didn't need 3 pumps for each side of my face. I could have gotten away with doing 4 pumps for my entire face. Just from using this sponge so far, I can already tell that I prefer my Shop Miss A Pawpaw Charity sponge. I'm starting to get a little bit of itching right here. I don't know if that's just because my mind is creeped out by this sponge or if it's because of the foundation, but we'll see. I'm definitely feeling like I have better coverage on this side compared to the sponge side. So I do have some foundation left over on my mixing plate, so I'm just going to dab into it and apply that over here where I feel like I need some coverage. I feel like if I apply too many layers, it could easily pull too orange on me. The finish is really nice. I will say that I like the finish. It does remind me of the Lancome Teint Idole foundation. It does say a glowy finish, and I feel like I am getting that a little bit, except for around my mouth, which it's there a little tiny bit. Gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, set my face, and then we'll come back and do a before shot, and then we'll do an after shot several hours later, and we'll see how this foundation held up. Okay, that was corny. The ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 46, and this is what I normally use. My concealer is drying. All right, gonna use my usual Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 35 Deep. I'm gonna just use the same sponge to apply it because that's what I normally do with my other sponge. I'm gonna get rid of the excess. I set my entire face with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep, and I also bronzed with the Prime Beauty Bronzer in the shade Brownsville. I also did do some contouring as well with my Sleek Face Contour Kit in the shade Dark. So what I'm gonna do now is spray down my face to set everything. I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Okay, I feel like I applied a lot. Yeah, I did apply a lot. Ooh. All right, guys, so my entire face has been applied. If you want to know the details of what I have on, just go ahead and click the little link right up there, and that will take you to my I purchased makeup from Instagram ads video where I'm basically doing this face. So about this Giorgio, I feel like I keep saying Giorgio. About this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Incredibly beautiful finish. I was expecting it to be a bit more radiant, but it kind of gave me like a semi-glow type of deal. I will say that already I have some creasing around the mouth, and the foundation is the first thing that I applied on, and I applied it, I want to say maybe like around 4 something p.m. The time is now 6:07, by the way. So I do have a little bit of extra time added on to my wear time, but I'm just gonna start from 6:07. When you guys see the before and after shots, you'll be able to get a better look at the details of what's going on my face. Now the pricing, being that it's $64 and my Lancome Teint Idole 24-Hour Ultra Foundation is $47, I'm just like, what's going on here? Is this worth the $64? That's the question. And I can't quite say that just yet. I'll have to see how it holds up over the next few hours. By the way, I do have dry skin, if you're wondering. I don't know whether to call it dry skin or combination, because there are certain areas where I get oily, like for example right in here and right here, but that's about it. Right around here, I can get quite dry, and I believe also here too I can get quite dry. I will come back in a few hours and we will see what the tea really is. All right, let me stop looking at myself. All right, see you guys in a bit. Guys, here is my face many hours later, and I'm looking well done. It is currently 3:14 a.m. the next day. So it has been 9 hours. I don't know why I thought it had been 8 hours. I got tied up editing anyway, and once I'm in my editing mode, like, there's no taking me out of that chair. You have to literally peel me off of it. But here is what we are working with, and this foundation held up very well for 9 hours. I expected more separation around my smile lines, but I didn't really get that. Granted, I do look definitely more glowy. As I've mentioned in my previous You Tried It videos, when it comes to foundations, I can get pretty, what would you call this? Like radiant looking after several hours of wear, regardless of me having combination skin / dry skin. I don't know, in between. I don't know what to call it at this point, but I'm definitely the shiniest to my nose, around the nose, The chin. Me being the cheap person that I very much can be, my heart has already been stolen by the Lancome Teint Idole 24-hour Ultra, which is $47. So for me to say that the 64 is worth it when I'm basically getting the same type of wear as my Lancome, it's a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it's worth the $64 if you have the quaint. Okay. However, if your bank account is hanging by a thread after you're done paying your bills or your tuition, reconsider. You probably do not want to spend the 64. Just because I do feel like there are cheaper foundations out there that can give you maybe not the exact same result, but close to the same result. If you have the money, it is worth it. If you don't sweat it. There are good foundations out there that are cost effective. Aside from the price point, I don't really have anything bad to say about this foundation. Now I understand the hype, and I am glad that Instagram brought this foundation my way via Instagram ads. Will I purchase another bottle after this one runs out? Probably not. I just can't see myself spending this much money on a foundation regularly. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm tired. I'm going to snatch this wig off, take this makeup off, and go to bed. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below in the comment section to let me know what you think. And if you're not following me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Yuki_. That's YOUKEYY_. Thank you once again for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.
Don't ask me to smile. I would rather walk a mile. And I am telling you.